Welcome everyone to the 2025 Fall Fiesta Bonspiel. This is draw number 9, and I have to apologize up front. There's a little bit of a, if you're looking at YouTube going, well, this isn't sheet A, you're absolutely right. There's a little bit of a 11th hour change here in the video booth that we had to adjust for, so I apologize, but I'm sure if you romantically inclined or a parent or a relative of the folks on sheet B here, I'm sure you're going to find them by looking through our YouTube feed. So anyway, my name is Daryl Horseman. Going to bring to you the action from the sheet here. This game's going to be between No Tom Just Turkeys against Team Aronson. Both of these rinks come into this draw 9 at 2-0. So somebody's going to play spoiler here. Team Aronson are throwing the yellow stones. On that rink, it's led by Joel Calhoun. Second is Kevin Maloney. Vice is Jason Halleck. And skipped by Sean Aronson. Sean's obviously looking for the intern draw. Kevin Maloney. Their opponents tonight, No Tom Just Turkeys, is a 5-person team. They've got skip Tracy Drummond. They've got Vice Skylar Seuser. They've got second Cayman Underborn, lead Joel Larway, and alternate Jeff Kunkel. It should be a good game. Both teams are used to curling on Sunday. Team Aronson's club's been already on the road a few times in out-of-town Bonspiels and tour events, so should be a good game no matter what. And if we have any breaks in the action, we'll go around the rings and give you score updates. We only have 3 draws happening from draw 9. We've got it's always about Tom. It's a Coyote rink on A going up against Miley and Stable and Extra Hot. We covered their game yesterday. And then on sheet C, we got the Displaced Canucks, which is really a bunch of Canadians that find themselves now stateside, going against Mas Cerncero, another Coyote rink. So, it's an all Coyotes affair tonight at draw 9. So, looks like they've made a couple lineup changes on No Tom Just Turkeys, so it'll be this whole draw is just a questionable event. So you can see here that came up just a little bit short. You know, Skylar's asking Tom here to kind of give back weight. I don't think I've ever seen Skylar. Skylar's from North Dakota, a little place called Halleck, and I've never seen him wear gloves on the sheet before. You have to curl at 4, but you got to do some sort of jewel heist in Paris later this evening. So he's going to go through just a little bit. I suspect, just getting used to the ice. Skylar to call for board weight shots. John singing, okay, well, how do we, what do we do here? Probably try to draw around. It does look like there's enough curl. He's on the edge of 12. The intern here from Jason Halleck. Apparently, by the looks of things, put on a new brush pad. Look at that.
I know you're going to trust that group. I know that about you.
Yeah, I'm going to totally trust you.
Not everyone does that. I'm still working on that with my new team.
Nice shot. that kind of a cheeky raise them in for shot rock. That's probably going to, of course, yeah, Skylar to run that yellow. Let's see here. Throwing the rock is Cayman Underborn. Good release. Looks like it's hanging out a little bit. Now it's coming. They're getting Tom Stokes to curl it on over. Nice contact. Does changes the dynamics a little bit there. Changes the guards. I suspect we would see Aronson trying to come around, try to put something top 4 again, because there's obviously a couple ports around that high red guard, either your out turn or in turn. But Sean's considering a whole bevy of options. Skylar, he's no stranger to wanting to throw a 6-second slash double for 3. So I think Sean's respecting the hitting ability of Skylar. This looks like he needs to come over just a little bit. Very nice. Sort of takes away that danger stone. Arguably, it maybe opens up a nicer draw path for Skylar to come on down. Or it allows Skylar to do a hit. There is certainly enough granite in that 8-foot circle to catch. So, yes, indeed, what Skylar's looking to do is just it could be back 8, back 12, just get a little bit to the low side, just sort of hit and roll it behind cover. Second shot is away. Newer path looks it's a little bit light. Sweepers are on it early. High guard, no problem. He's having just a little bit of gas to maybe park on that back granite. Sure does, and inadvertently does take them out of biting the 4-foot, so there's certainly we've met our quota for rocks in the back 8. Looks like at this point, going top 4 is a good option. Certainly, you're going to want to just be nibbling the 4-foot to make Skylar's last couple shots a little bit more tricky.
On normal ice, I get away with what I'm trying to do. I know. You do that just fine. I should have just I didn't realize that the house was like that. I was thinking, but I was trying to guarantee that.
Certainly looks like it has the right line, but does it have enough legs? Not a bad shot. It is. They are sitting 2, but they are behind the tee line, so this should give Skylar could either just do an out turn right down the middle, hit and stick for 1, or follow the same path, which is probably more likely. Obviously, Skylar's here trying to think about how do I get all the reds out of the house and score 5. That's just straight from Skylar. But I think at this point, first of skip stones. Probably just work on getting number 1 and then work on number 2 in a second. You know, Skyler does have a few more rotations than most curlers. Just doesn't look like it's coming in as quick as some other shots. But it settles down nicely in between the reds. Again, this is gives Sean the ability to come down and just park one on there. I don't think you'd want to be. You could do the out turn and come to that middle port and be a little aggressive. I think to do that, you're potentially looking to give about 2 here, which first and not the worst thing in the world, but Sean's typically not an overly aggressive skip, so that's just his profession's more he's actuarialist, I think, so he likes to do safe things. He's risk averse. Last of skip stones here for Team Aronson, looking to just put something top of the button, so in case Skyler wants to come in and it makes shrinks the scoring area. Sweepers on it early. Just a nice clean. So he's got more than enough room. They should be keening up on this area. We've thrown 7 rocks down this path. Just nudges it out the back. So they're sitting 3. The in-turn draw that we've been seeing, most of this hand is going to be gone. Skyler's going to have to throw the out-turn. But he risks jamming and maybe rolling out. So it's a really good shot by Aronson to get this tough for Skyler. Looking at the angle raise.
It's a U flag though, right?
Hot dog. I don't think, well. Tyler's, he can throw a good 6-7 second rock. I don't think he's doing a backline draw through that port, but we'll certainly see in 3 seconds here what his plan is. It is the draw. I was not expecting this. You're going to want want to stay on it because they want to hit the as low side as possible. It looks like it's over curling. So it's going to come up maybe a little light. Well, that's an interesting turn of events. It's certainly too red. They may measure for that third. We'll see what they decide to kick it. Looks like it's just too red. If I had to put money on it. It's always good if you can steal two if you don't have the hammer. So again here we're going to look to either put a center line guard or just go into the house just a little bit. So the typical plan is to throw a corner guard here to generate your deuce unless Skylar decides to maybe blank the end and go for the hit. We do play the no tick rule, so if it's on the center line, you cannot hit it until the sixth rock has been thrown. It does indicate that Skylar is looking to do his corner guard. This one's a little light, it's over curling. We have a donation to the Hog Rock. Unfortunately, Tracy would want that probably 2-3 feet to the left, so it sort of gives Team Aronson a centerline guard. We'll see Sean try to put a rock somewhere between halfway between the hog and the house. That rock that Tracy just threw, the lead for No Tom Just Turkeys, it is a usable rock, so they could use that to run back in a few rocks time. Not sure that's what they wanted. It's not a bad result. It will leave a double. Tracy here to potentially nose or even just a bit low, but certainly doubling them out would be a nice save. A little bit of a pitch on her delivery there. So Keenan is trying to hold on that line. Is it curling? Are they going to hold it, or is he going to go to the left? Just skates on by. So again, sort of block it up. They probably don't want to be that close, though. Sean indicated that he wanted something, just biting the 12 or just outside the house. Being that close, that does give yellow a usable stone that one guard or a two guard. Match those stones, match that high guard would be a good plan. This is out there as well. Oh, here it comes. Calhoun's on the sweep. Trying to sweep it to hold that line so it doesn't bury too much. Bumps it a little bit. I think at this point we would maybe see Skylar run that high yellow guard that Tracy first threw and just kind of get that out. Because Dan's not shaping up great for yellow if you're trying to get your deuce, but Tom Stokes in turn trying to hit as much of that as he can. I think Skylar's trying to use that red just as a punch to punch that yellow back onto the shot stone. This doesn't look like it's curling enough. Almost looks like it's falling out just a little bit, so that's probably little bit of a delivery. Stokes is Jacques Cousteau looking fellow there with the toque just through. He's plays a lot of doubles. He's a fairly good curler, so that had to be, I would think, in his release. So unfortunately, unforced error is going to give Aronson an opportunity to put up another guard, and sort of make things a little bit more difficult for Skyler to try to get his dues. The ever elusive one guard, you don't see that very often, but if only they heard the guy in the booth to put one up high. So Skyler's going to bail now, and he's appreciating that it's getting complicated. Let's get rid of these rocks. This one looks a little tight. It's over curling. It's important that this rock rolls out. Unfortunately, it does not. That's another unforced error. It does leave a staggered yellow guard combination at the top, and sort of halfway between the hog and the house, which is, as we say in the Fall Fiesta, no es bueno. It's no good. That's going to. We'll see if that comes into play here, because staggered guards are nobody's friend. So looks like Sean's going to try to loop around here. He doesn't necessarily need to get shot rocks. Remember, he stole two in the first end. He's trying to either steal or force here, so he's in a really good spot. So just something top 12, 3 guard, something like that would be great. Should probably go for a little bit more weight here. If you can get underneath that yellow, that would be great. Nice result. Nice result. So what this does here, it gives a little bit of insurance, I guess, for Team Aronson. It's going to take at least 1 or 2 shots to clear those yellows, and then you have that wall up right. You have to. So looks like Skyler, never one to fear away from anything, is saying let's outdraw this, or let's corner freeze onto the shot rock, and let's go with the outturn. So we haven't seen a rock out here yet. We don't know how the ice is going to react. This came his first shot. This looks a little tight. It's curling early. Usually when Cayman throws his hands up like that, it's usually, well, Skip, why'd you give me the wrong ice? Of course I jest. So if you're Aronson, you should block that out-turn draw that they just tried. That yellow isn't causing any problems, but Sean being Sean, he's like, we've thrown nothing but interns this draw, so we're going to kind of keep doing that. We'll see. You'd almost want to guard that top yellow now. If you look at the way that sort of that row of rocks are, like progressive hog line, there could be a yellow, red, yellow, red chain reaction. So it's interesting that we're doing this. Okay, well that's not bad. I don't know if it really helps them a whole lot. It does give them now the in-turn or the out-turn draw. But still, I think maybe Skyler's going to give the old chain reaction a whack here, asking Cayman to give me a backline wait. Oop, he's going away from the chain reaction. It looks like with that backline weight, it looks like he wants it to sort of just hit as much of that shot stone as possible. Just hit it at probably the 10 o'clock spot as we're looking at the overhead. Push it to the back 8 and then roll it, shoot it, and hit him some boom. Because he is shot 2, he does have that high yellow. This looks like it needs to carve over just a little bit. Looks like it's on that guard. Looks like it's coming over fine. Nicely done. It didn't hit enough of it. Unfortunately, it didn't stick around. Another unforced error. So at this point, Aronson just needs to pick probably the out turn and discard it. Obviously, Skyler's been kind of showing his cards, saying, you know what, we like this out turn, right to left type delivery. So it was me, I would be guarding that up and forcing them to an in turn because they have not done an in turn yet, except for Tracy's very first one that sort of set up this whole end. So. But Sean being Sean, let's go back to the well. You know, there should be a prize. You know, we do have a prize if you get a double. We have a balloon that if you keep the balloon to the end of the game, you get a free round at the Broken Boom Lounge. There should be maybe a small prize for if you throw all 8 rocks with an in-turn. You get a prize, I think. This should be celebrated, I think. So let's see here, and of course, this is an opportunity for Sean to loop around and try to put something top 4, shrink that scoring area, keep the pressure on Skyler and company. Keep us going for line. Looks like it's going to meet up with that yellow pretty darn quick. Yeah, not the worst. Pretty good. You know, if they did want to throw the in-turn, which they won't because they haven't yet, it would force them to go outside their typical path. So good job. Updates for you on the other 2 sheets. On sheet A, it's always about Tom. It's Greg Gallagher, Carl Thompson, Tom Danielson, only in Simple. Yeah, I guess he's there. Yeah, and Corey Brown. They are up 1-0 against the mildly unstable Extra Hot, which is Andy McDonald, Jennifer Sniper Collins, Megan Rowe, and Alicia Perry. On sheet C, the displaced Canucks, which consists of Lindsay Estabrooks, Bronco Briggs, Daniel Log, and Daniel Bosler, are trailing 1-0 against the Mas Sincero at that rink. Of course, it's Sean Tate, Wayne Fleming, Woody Wu, and Paige Pearson. Low scoring affairs all the way around so far. Which sheet is going to be the breakout rink? And speaking of the double balloon, I see on sheet A, the balloon is in the back there, so they must have done a spectacular double, and they're going to try like the Dickens to hold on to that until the end of the game. So Skyler's first shot, it's away. He's coming around with a surprising in-turn, trying to loop it around, taking more ice and reversing. It looks like it's curling hard again. I don't think it's going to get around. The way Tom is trying to focus to get that around. It might just click that guard that Aronson put out there. Unfortunately, it does come up a little light. It does happen to roll in for shot 3, and it makes it a usable rock. So yes, Jason Halleck is aptly and correctly saying we should hit that and get it out of sight, because that could be used as an in-off. Skyler's no stranger to me making those rocks or those shots. But of course, this isn't without its own risk. Sean has to either roll left or right. Leaving a rock there would provide the same opportunity to Skyler. So, big shot coming up here from the skipper. Sean's last. They are sitting 1. They're in a perfect position to steal. Nice shot, really nice shot. Arguably, it may be poked out just a little bit too far on the other side, but I think that's a pretty good shot nonetheless. This does potentially provide Skyler with the opportunity. It's just, he's not going to keep the shooter around, but he can double them out and take his one, which would be a really good result. Looks like he is trying to do the double. Just wants to hit this inch and a half on the high side so that Cayman's more to the right side as we're looking down the longer area. Just needs to hit a half of, just a quarter of that red rock, that shot. The shooter, like I say, probably doesn't stick around, but you can get your one here. Nice positive release. Over curling early. And it's a steal of one. Not the end of the world, so you're down 3. You've had your pocket picked twice. Of course, this is a good way to regroup. Skyler and co will obviously work hard to get the deuce in 2.
I knew it was going to curl though. I knew it was going to do it.
So, and I think if you were to kind of go back, and look at sort of how this all happened, I think Tracy's inadvertent guard coming over and crossing the center line sort of created this whole situation. And if you're Sean, if you're Team Aronson, you are wash, rinse, and repeat. This one, uncharacteristic first shot by Joel, sitting that back 12. He missed the guard by 13 feet, so not sure what happened there. Obviously, the third end, the ice is going to keen up, but it might have been just again, not the worst thing in the world. You're up 3. The opposition has to throw a corner guard. This one's curling quite well. I want this a little closer. Looks like it's a little light. Another ever elusive 1 and a 1.5 guard, but still, the guard in play is great. Joel's going to get to be able to throw the redemption rock. This is number 2. See if he can make the adjustment. Looks like Aronson's giving him the intern. So maybe change their team from Team Aronson to Team Intern. There we go. This one's curling early. Trying to hold that onto the center line. Looks like they will. Looks like it's going to be kind of in the 2 guard. Over curled just a little bit. This is going to give Skyler the opportunity to come around and hide behind something now. As was indicating, again, Tracy, she plays on a women's team and she plays doubles and she curls quite a bit. So this should be an easy shot for Tracy, who just turned 65 yesterday. So again, happy birthday, Tracy. Delivery seems a little light. Started over curl. Not a whole lot of rotation in the end, though, which is part of the issue here. sneak it by. He sure did. Never a doubt. Great shot. And now remember, with the 5 rock rule, you can't hit that red or yellow that are in front of the house to the 6th rock. So after this throw, open season on granite on the house. Joel with a nice clean. It looks like it's got plenty of weight. Watch this. Probably get Alec to get on that a little bit. Carve it over. Corner freeze on that yellow spine. Yeah, good shot. Good shot. We'll probably see Skylar come around, try to put one a little bit better. See if he can put it full 4 or the button. Things are getting a little complicated. You can see Skylar's just trying to do a little bit of the math there. So let's go T-line. This one looks like it's got enough as well. I'm trying to hold it for line. Doing some sweeping there. A small rub and roller is not the worst thing. I think that's what maybe Skylar wanted, just to unlock that yellow-red. Shot 1, shot 2. So they are sitting 2 right now. That's a very flat. Those yellows are, because they're so parallel, in line with each other. It's going to make it for a tough double. But at this point here, Sean would just look to kind of hit and just sort of roll top 4. You should probably see Skylar and team start looking at those guards, trying to get some access to the front. This one's holding the line. Looks like it's already curling now, but we want to get Alec on.
We have an ID of
So it looks like it does run a little straighter down that center line. Maybe a little bit more speed than Kevin intended, but that's fine. If you are red rock here, you can say, Skylar, you can take your 1 point. We'll give you 1 all day, and then we'll get the hammer back. We'll get our deuce. Mathematically, that's great. Tom Stokes, first of 2. Doesn't look bad. He's just giving a little bit of love, a little bit of a polish. So it's going to go around quite nice, but where's it going to stop? Just the smallest, just to create a little bit of sparks as a roll. This is going to obviously leave Sean.
I was trying to come right
Sean's looking at it.
Very hard
asking. Just want to
very hard asking.
Even freeze a lot out is fine. He can see it, so he's going to hit it out, which I don't know if I would be doing this right now. This might be something they can talk about in their team talk, but just putting one right on the lid. Good option. And if you're going to get this on their own. Okay. Jason doesn't like it, but the guy in the booth loves it. But I would have preferred to have that yellow rock as backing. So Skylar's going to try the exact same thing. Asking for board weight by a shoe like that.
Freeze is okay. Want to remove it?
Waiter. So he must be wanting to try to kind of hit and roll to Skylar's left, or to our left as we're looking at it for a hack weight. Good delivery from Cayman. Looks maybe a little light. Doesn't look like it's a bullet. It's starting to overcurl. Okay. Well, for $5, anybody want to take a guess as to what the next shot is? In turn, board weight, hit and roll. Yep. Yeah, stacking them like cordwood, and they have been walking the shot rock higher and higher into the house. Tightening up the ice a little bit, which is going to bring in that red-yellow combination. If Jason's a little tight on this. A little bit of correction on the hack. It is tight. Kevin, he's on this for line. Yeah. So now 3 is on the table for Skyler. Just turkeys. So we get a nice hit and roll here. Interesting. Things are getting serious. Tom Stokes on our left there took his toque off, his beanie. Came and took his hat off. So this is getting serious. Nice shot. It was a little low. It seems to be curling over quite nicely. Both shots. This is fine. Looks like it's going to get around the nose. There's a nice little roll they were looking to get. And now they're sitting 3 out of nowhere. And Sean has got nothing to sit on. So if we could rewind time and go back a minute and a half, there he might have wanted to just freeze onto that opposition red rock. 3 would be in play right now. So this is a big shot. At this point, Brinson just clearing out that, doing the red run, just trying to rearrange the front, give himself some sort of option for a second shoot. Or, coming in and drawing to that back third shot isn't the worst thing. It still allows for yellow to score 3.
That in my life. I don't like the hit right now. I'm so sorry. I've been pulling it. No, because if I would have just done that from the beginning, we'd be just fine.
Yeah, I wonder what the Vegas odds
I'm getting too cutesy.
Because I'd really be tempted if we could just call a mulligan after the shot. If we did an out-turn, control weight, 10-5, do the red run and display some of those yellows in the house, how would that fare versus this one? Of course, if he makes it, makes it look like a jerk, then obviously he's very smart. But we'll see here. This is a key shot, and really it would be good if he could just, it doesn't even go to the back shot 3. If he could be just nibbling the button for shot 2 or shot 1, and that would really put the pressure on Skyler. So. Can't be too heavy here. It looks like it's got plenty the way it's cruising over that hog line. You don't need to be all the way in the back, boys. Yeah. Well, it's pretty good. So it does negate them to 2. And we have to assume Skyler's going to make this. He in the earlier draw against Moss and Seattle, they went to an extra end. They won it in skips shots, LSD by 2 centimeters. So pretty exciting finish. So Skyler should be able to get it to where his boom is.
allowed up like just one more percent. You're not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. Where did you get it?
So I was trying to still figure out how is there a way to get more than 2 out of this, because obviously the scoreboard. Getting 2 would be fantastic. You know, when you have the hammer, that's your goal in life. You're trying to get 2 points because you got the advantage. So getting 2 and bringing this game to be within 1, and then if you can hold, Team Erickson to 1 in the 4th end, you kind of get things back on track. But I don't know if you need to be too creative just yet. I think getting 2's just really good emotional swing for the team. Looks like that's what they're doing. And again, the same thing. You know, I think my comment still stands. If Skylar could put this just touching the button, and be laying 2, then depending on what Aronson does, you may be able to just advance that rock and maybe, or even just go full 4 foot. You could potentially walk away with 3 out of this. Skylar's first of 2 rocks are away. Light clean with his abrasive PVC padded boom. It's hanging out there a little bit because of Skylar's rotation. Here it comes in, a little bit later break than everybody else. Weight's fine. He's going to chap off and roll. Oof. Yeah. So this is obviously going to allow Aronson just to come and park himself right on that rock. And again, I will say it again, if you could be top 4, they're just nibbling the button, that'd be great. But yeah, certainly using all that backing is fine. Wow. Moseying on down to the other side of the seat there. Let's see, while Sean's moseying to the other end there, let's get you some more scores. So we do have a 3-0 situation. It's all about Tom. That's Greg Gallagher and company up going against Andy McDonald and team. The extra hots are trailing 3-0. And on sheet A, on sheet C, the displaced Canucks did rally to get a point, but they are now trailing 3-1 after 3 here in the 4th end. This one's banking hard. Short into the pile. Yep, good shot. So because of that, it's sort of hit and skidded over to the right. Skylar's looking to just pluck it out to try to get his deuce. This is exciting, folks. Holy smokes. I'm going to get another drink for this one. Because if it's got to be like edge on edge. He has to hit a quarter of that red rock. So his shooter goes over top of shot 2, that yellow rock that's by back 4 there. Mid 4. If not, if it just goes edge on edge, it could just be 1 for not Tom, but just turkeys. They are calling for the draw. Darn it, I was hoping we were going to see some action. But I think this is obviously very smart. If they can, Skylar may play this with a bit of a more of a quiet handle, so when that break happens, it really starts to whips over to the right. Because if they can hit a quarter of this rock, punch it back 4, and they could get 3 out of this. Here it's coming. Tracy should be on that. Cayman's like, get this red out of here. Okay, well, if you're no Tom, just turkeys, you're checking to see if you still got your car keys. You got 4 points stolen out of your pocket. So manage the team here, make sure everybody keeps it up. It's, getting stoled that much.
You missed it by a millimeter.
I don't know if it's what's. I know it aggravates the hell out of me for sure. So.
It was gonna go because you were more inside. That pony because you were out close to
So
yourself.
it's 4-0 and going to the 4th. But again, Bonspiel, as you know, anything can happen. Oop. Joel is looking to the heavens to that one, saying, "Why? Oh, why?" Alec is going 6-7, 6-7. Because he's hip like that. Well, arguably it was better than Joel's first shot on the last end, so that's maybe progress, I suppose. So it's important, of course, now that Skylar, they got to go hard for their deuce now, so they're going to be really putting a little bit of pressure on Tracy to kind of set up the back end on this. Actually, a little light. Tom's giving it an exuberant scrub. Might be sort of a little closer to the house, so they're a little bit more usable. If they're this far out, they're fine. It actually didn't end up so bad. That's actually not a bad spot. So Joel, not any stranger to the redemption rock. Again, Skipper is saying, you know what? Let's give you the other turn. Your out turn's a bit wily tonight. Let's give you the in turn, see if we can control that a little bit. Much better. And again, they're going to lay this on the center line. If they lay it on the center line, they can't be taken out to the 6 stone. So that's really good. Great. Here we go. So that's going to be a fixture for a few more stones. Skylar's saying, okay, Tracy, give me 3 more feet. Let's loop one around and put one T-line behind her guard. Not a whole lot of rotation again on that rock. It's going to start to curl early. Tom's trying to get it around there. No trouble. Yeah, great shot. It is going to be visible from the hack, so kind of a back line board weight shot should be able to click that. This looks like indeed what they're calling. So we got Kevin Mullins first of 2. And again, the miss here would be to just touch that corner guard. Looks fine. I want to get Joel on this to start sweeping it over, start carving it. Yeah, maybe a little late. Yeah, I don't want to say I called it, but yeah, just a hair late on the line call. Okay, opportunity. So you could, there's two trains of thought here. We know the line, get Stokes to kind of pull one up there. Worst case, if it's a little light, you get another card. Maybe if there was a little bit more buried, you could probably see Skylar ask for the in turn and split the house early. try to use that corner guard as much as they can. It'd be nice if Skyler could get 3 out of this end. I'm sure he's looking to get more than just the deuce. And where this ends up, you gotta be a little careful too. You don't want to give red anything that's a little easier to hit. Like that. That might give them certainly a hit and roll. The double's not there. It'd be nice if that was just another 6-8 inches to the left, just hitting a little bit. So Kevin's going to be able to throw the exact same shot. Looks like the skipper's tightened up the ice. Looks considerably more speed. Nicely. Very nice. Very nice. Again, it rolls over into the open area, which is fine, but it also did make that yellow a lot more exposed, kind of negating the corner guard. So looks like Stokes has to do a nice hit and roll behind that cover. Again, that'll be with all of our 6 rocks being thrown. Now we can probably see Sean take away that center line guard. Nice shot, nice hit and roll. Should be peeling that center line guard. I'll say that again. It was just fine. If anything, Sean could be asking for Halleck to do an in-turn run and run that red back onto the yellow, and sort of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Looks like maybe he heard me. That's what he said. Okay, so let's carve that over, Joel. Going for the open hit on the yellow. Well, that wasn't on my bingo card, folks. I'm not going to lie. It's a good option. It does allow them to draw in. You're going to have to be kind of just curious to see how this end shapes up, because it's not your textbook, I do this, you do that game. This is very kind of player's choice here. So asking Kamen to do the in-turn freeze. It's clearly the out-turn on that yellow's not going anywhere because it's going to jam against those reds. It looks a little light. Skyler's coming out to help, so we should jump out. Yeah, Tracy jumped out, which is good. And we'd give you maybe a 2 out of 4 on that on the old scoring sheet. But if I was Sean now, I'd be running that red right back into that and maybe getting the double and getting all those yellows out of there versus... But again, he's going to want to do the in-turn. Yeah, of course. He's going to want to do the in-turn draw. And if he corner freezes, and again, Sean and the team, they can give up 1 here, no problem. And again, I guess I shouldn't be too critical. Both teams are coming into the game 2-0, so they obviously they've won 2 in a row, so they must be doing something right. But again, it's nice rock, nice throw. Looks like it's curling over quite nice, pretty predictable so far. You don't really want to chap off that yellow. Stack them like cordwood, which makes the double easier. It does shrink that scoring area. At this point, if that yellow that Tracy threw wasn't there, and if we were in the slam, we'd be throwing a spinner with about 70 rotations, and maybe guard break and just have this thing walk over to the right.
Like, those skip make hitting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking me off. What's it?
Yeah. I got $5 says it'd be an intern draw. Very interesting too. And again, that red rock on the center line is causing all of this mischief right now. So yellow's laying 2, which is what they desperately want. Again, I guess if you're Team Aronson, your red rock, you can say, okay, we'll give you your 2, making it 4-2. After 5, and we're going to take our boost back to 6, so it'll be 6-2. So mathematically, it tracks, but do you want to give that emotional boost? That's sort of it's been an interesting discussion to use this. So again, we're going to want to try to have this shot 3 top right where Jason's brush is, to make life a little bit more tricky for Skylar. Guarding it is also an option. It's an option. Because if you're Skylar, how do you get 3 now? Well, does that yellow that Tracy put up, that guard, come into play? If you're Aronson, that center line red running it back is still juicy. You don't need to get all your points back in one end. But Skylar says, au contraire, mon frère, we are going to just do a run angle. So this is going to be tight because, the rock that Aronson just left up there, that guard. So this has to be just 1 inch high, skinny by that red rock, and hit those reds at the back. Exciting. This needs to come over a mile. Needs to come over. Oh, did that over curl? I would not have guessed that in a million years. Well, that's bad luck. The Skylar's usually makes those. I would peg it at that 8 out of 10 times. He'll make those. So that seems so wide, and then it just broke. You know what he just threw. So worst case, you take edge of, do your, I know you like the intern, so just do an intern and block that yellow raise. because he's not going to run. He can't run any of those reds in. There's no point. You know, if you're Aronson, you can't get any better than where you're at. So you either take that your last shot and you put it right in the garbage, or you try to block that yellow. Maybe come around it would be good. Or corner freeze on that yellow and leave Skylar with nothing. Not sure why there's so much discussion there. Well, while they're hashing this out, let's go around the rings and see what we've got. We have an update on sheet through C. We have the displaced Canucks still trailing. They managed to give Mas Sincero another 2, so it's 5-1 after 4 on sheet C. This is slowly getting to be an out of control situation on C. It's important that the displaced Canucks get their deuce here. You might see a handshake set pretty soon. And on sheet A, no update just yet, but it's they're holding at 3-1 for It's All About Tom against the mildly unstable, extra hot. Here we go. Great that they landed on this. The in-turn, come around. And if they go around that yellow, great. If they corner freeze on it, great. They've never been out here, so this is going to go through some fresh snow. It's going to be out there in the rhubarb, so Kevin should be. It's going to dive. Oh, he put a little extra rotation on that. That's tricky. Yeah, that's not what Aronson did there. He gave that a 9 rotation. I think he was trying to do potentially trying to do the spinner. Well, that's a good option too. Skylar's saying, you know what, I'm not gonna airball another one and let the ice wreak havoc with my shot. So he just wants to nuzzle up here. Again, it looks like there's absolutely a ton of curl on this sheet going from the wings to the center line. So he just wants to nestle up as close as possible to any of those yellows to try to outcount those 2 reds at the back 4 that are sort of a 2/3 in. So, big shot, but he's guaranteed 2, so this is a free point if he gets it. Looks like it's plenty. Needs to check up. Alex getting in position here to dust this one out the back door. Ooh, that's tricky. That might be a measure, but I think it's only 2 for yellow. But that's a tricky way of doing it. No. Good end, and again again, if you're Aronson, you give up 2 there, no problem. But still, I question that leaving that center line guard.
A little too much.
So it'll be 4-2 after 4. We don't have any answers yet. Let's see if I can do some recon.
No, yeah.
Okay. They didn't blank anything on A, so we're still holding. If no score went up, that typically usually means whoever didn't hand the points got a midfall. So maybe that's why they haven't gone it yet. Use the old foot wedge, very good. And so, for those who don't curl very often, the very first person to throw hog stone, so it doesn't cross that blue line in the game, buys the first round. So Tracy just donated $30 to the team for the first round of drinks. And that's not our rules. That goes back to the early 1600s. Reason 422 why you want to curl, because really there's no losers in curling. If you lose the game, the winners have to buy the losers a drink. Who doesn't like that? Aronson right back to basics. Throw up a corner guard. Let's get our deuce. Kamen's on this early. Tom's giving a little bit of love. Skylar's coming out to give it some. Maybe Tracy needs a little bit of sugar. Is this number 2? It is not number 2, but you rarely see a 0.5 guard. So that's way high. So yeah, so Aronson, because it's so high, it's really it's almost if the stone's not there. So we'll see Sean just come and check with his top 8, top 4 around that yellow-red situation like that inside of center. This looks a little bit light as well. Like an old-fashioned sweeping party out there. Let's see, try to loop it around.
He found guard. He found been looking.
Looks like it's got enough weight, enough rotation. Where's it going to stop, though? It might be back 4, back 8. Kamen's a little frustrated. So that one sails through, just nibbles on the back. Now because all of the 5 rocks have been thrown, we can start clearing out some stuff. So I guess this is Sean calling an out turn and clearing the guards. Very good. A little bit of an outside flip to Kevin's release there, but you really don't want to leave your red shooter there. It doesn't look like it's a lot of weight.
Dirty dog. Dirty doggy.
Not sure. They can't be what they intended to do, but they did replace the shot rock that's nibbling the back 12, just hanging on by just a scotch. Hey, Jay, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on. A bit of a barn burner here. This isn't your typical game that you'd see at the GSOC or the Briar. This is kind of a creative way to do things, but yellowish shot rock at the back.
No problem. Still in a good spot here.
I was afraid of it after I saw
In turn, again, they want to leave something top 4, top 8.
They're not in a bad spot. They're still playing.
Yeah, I might, depending here on the break, I might have to go make another old fashioned and kind of really get going. But a little light. Unfortunately, wanted to hide that, but it does allow Skylar here to kind of hit and roll. I'm not going to be able to get to the low side, so this will roll into the open, which will allow Team Aronson, Yellow Rock to do the hit and roll and get behind cover and maybe advance their positions. Looks like it was a little bit out on that delivery. Toast. Just rubs that yellow, but gets away with it. Gets away with it. Yes, sir. Yeah, both Arizona teams. Yeah. all of the sheets. We've only got 3 draws on right now on sheets A, B, and C. They're all Arizona rinks. Earlier, the earlier draw at 1 o'clock, we had a couple California teams come in. And again, you're up 4-2 in the 5th. If you're Red Rock, if you're Aronson, you don't mind blanking this. You don't need to get your deuce. Things aren't shaping up. You may just have a deuce show up out of thin air, but again, being the 5th end, you typically want to get your deuce in the even ends. So I could see Red Rocks blanking this and keeping the hammer in the 6. But I've seen a couple misses here, and it could turn the strategy around. It does seem to be right now. If you're Red Rock, you're going to be wanting to be cleaning out those that center line. You're gonna one good hit and roll behind cover, and you're going to be chasing. So they're going to give it a shot. They have a good 4 or 5 foot they can roll. Does seem to be a lot of curl even with the up weight shots, control weight shots here. So you want to again get this just 1.5 inches, 2 inches low, rolling behind cover. That looks like it's out. We're gonna get Calhoun on the. He's not knifing it over, so. Just nibbling, so that's maybe one of the 2 points they're gonna want to try to take here, but. I suspect Scotts want to hit and roll, which is an interesting take because up until now, if we rewind the tape, everybody's been throwing draw to the 4 foot. It's interesting that they want to do the hit. Both teams are kind of spellbound on this hit and roll business. Again, it takes one good hit and roll by either team. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Going around seems to be the smartest play. It's close. Curl too much. You got the gear effect and it just sprung off there. So now if you're Aronson, you start blowing it up, or you go around.
Does it work okay?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Down to yeah, totally agree with Jeff. Yeah, it's down to with. And it's a kind of a lower percentage shot. They haven't made a hit and roll yet. And so if you're trying to steal, like they say, you hit for show and you draw for dough. Comes Sean. This is sort of bread and butter. Looks like this is the most curl we've seen on these sheets in a while. 8 feet of curl. 4 feet of curl. It's a ton. 6 feet of curl. I don't think it's got the legs there. You just sneak it around. Just a little bit of rubbing. Is he going to bite on? It does not bite. It does give, obviously, Yellowstone the opportunity to kind of come around. They're thinking of maybe going around because they've got sort of the Orion's belt, they've got that diagonal yellow red situation. That's why they're wanting to do the outturn. Follow sort of that natural path as it starts to curl in. So that's why they're doing that. So we've never been up this far, at least in about 3 ends. So should be some fresh pebble. He's going to want to make sure he's got the right weight because it's going to be not nearly as keen as the 4 foot lines. So big shot here from Skyler. This is last to put some pressure. And if he does not make this, I guess there's the split opportunity for Red Rock. It is a right belt, absolutely. Yeah, I think the last time we had Cassiopeia, there was rocks everywhere. Here we go. This one, the sweeper's just walking beside him. Is he going to stick around the back? Alec is getting in there, and so you might as well go for the split. No, Jeff, I am not. I'm still sort of rehabbing. I had my knee scoped out about a month ago, and I still haven't quite got back into shooting form. I'm using a stabilizer. It's not. I think it's really mental. It's all in my head. So I'm not quite there yet. And the folks who would normally help me with the stream, they're all out of town. So that's the one guy kind of running the control booth. So can't do it all. Interesting that they didn't try the split. Now they're going to throw it away in a blanket, which is a great option. But you had the freebie for 2. But that's still no harm, no foul. Hold on to the hammer. Introduce it 6. At that point, it's just kind of running them out of rocks. Slide me. Slide me.
We know what you do is like.
Just got it scoped, got it cleaned up. At the end of last season, I kind of ruined my meniscus a little bit. So if I know Skyler, the skip there who just ran in, I think he probably just had a couple shots of either Fireball or Jameson, which is to Skyler like spinach with Popeyes. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. I like when you jump on the chat here, Jeff. I'm just sitting in a booth drinking a cocktail, wondering if saying makes sense. It's nice to have you there validating. Yeah, I'm well on the way. Thank you. Thanks, bud. The end of I was playing on Tuesday, and by the end of the game, I was not thinking about it as much, and I'm starting to feel good, and I'm starting to kind of get back into the form. So maybe next Tuesday I'll be able to drop the crutch and get back to it. Not as much as I love spending time with you. Here we go. This one's brought to you by Sticks. Sailing away. Look at that. He hit the fudge and it checked up. That's a good shot by Joel Calhoun. Gets it behind the cover. There we go. Game is on. And it's interesting, though, that Red Rock didn't throw a corner guard, because typically when they do this, for those who don't throw a whole lot, they're looking for a big end. But being up 2 in the 6th, I don't know if you need a big end. Just getting 2 here. Hopefully this doesn't backfire. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, you did. Yeah, well, yeah, Matt. You know all about his aiming fluid too. Yeah. You went and tried to couple back. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I remember that. Recovery. But some would say, Jeff, that it all worked out. I think you got a nice trophy and a beautiful tattoo, and some great stories. Alex trying to carve this thing over. Just clips the shot rock at the back. Sticks around for shot 2. Good. good for, you could give Calhoun a 3 on that. Trying to do the hit and roll here with Stokes. Stokes doesn't usually do these, so a little tight. This one's going to swing by. It's going to go through the port. Hopefully he doesn't take himself out. Well, they did their best to try to hold it. Amen to that, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Good throw. Last time Kevin did this, he didn't throw with a lot of weight. This is over curling. We don't want to leave a red rock there. Yeah, curling is man. Yeah. If I was Kevin, I would be buying a round of drinks for that left his shooter, managed to sneak away with getting red rocks both in shot 1 and shot 2 position. There is a double set up here. This one's going to over curl. It's cheeky. It's going to roll out. It's going to make contact with it just a bit. Yeah, it's going to roll out. Yeah. So, if you're Red Rock, you can do a couple things. You can try to just loop around and use that centerline guard or hit and freeze on that back camera. But it does look like he's trying to loop around. Trying to get shot lock, top 8, top 4 behind cover. Nice delivery there by Kevin Maloney. Doesn't look like it's got enough steam though, but yes it does. Carve it over a little bit. Nothing's going to get there. Not bad, not bad. It does sort of, because you can see a quarter of that rock, and it makes you think, well, should I throw the hit and maybe double them out and stick around?
I think the freeze or the tap's probably the better
play. Just a little bit of pause in the shot call. So.
How high is that?
Yeah, I watched Tabitha Peterson win earlier today, and I'll be putting on the boys tonight. I should be starting soon, I would imagine. This is way out there. End up, he says. But of course, the trials is just the good shot by Cayman. But the trials is just one half of it, right? They still got to go to Kelowna, and play down and be in the top 2 to get to the Olympics. So this is certainly step 1 for both the men and women Team USA.
90% of that yellow, like a little tap.
Well, I think I was right when I said it a few ends ago, but it looks like. Sheet A finally has their score updated and is now 7-1. So yeah, it's always about Tom. He did get a mitt full. They scored 4 in the 4, so 7-1. And it does look like the displaced Canucks, from all over the Maritimes and Alberta and Manitoba are hanging around. It's 5-2 for Moss, St. Cedro. That's the displaced Canucks, 5-2 after 5. They're in the 6th end. Yeah, they should be. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, in the U.S., I'm sure it's like that in Canada too, but the U.S. is really that U.S. Open funding is really important to the program. So not qualifying would really hurt the U.S. curling program. So it's really important that they do well. Rocky is saying, well, I can see 2/3 of it. Throw me a good, even just a board weight. But with that ice, he's probably want control because we know it's going to curl. Probably get the red double and sit line 2 all of a sudden. That's wide. We need to be curling this. Oof. Well, red just got away with something. I'd be guarding that up or putting just a corner freeze on that yellow. You don't need to kill it because it's too dangerous, but you just need to freeze up, corner freeze, or even leave a 2 guard. Taking 1 here is not the worst thing. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, for sure, Jeff. A little snug. I want to keep this flying. Interesting. We'll see see if it sticks. Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that. I did change the angle, but you certainly don't want to give yellow 1 here. Certainly, yellow's going to make a good shot because arguably you could do a little back waiter, board weight, hack, and just red, and pop that yellow out the back for sure. Lane 4. This is a big shot from Skylar here, so Skylar's looking to probably freeze onto shot 2 at the back 4. If he does that, it probably takes the red-yellow hit. Makes them think about something. It is very lonely. Very lonely. Let's see here. Looks like it's got plenty of weight. It's hooking like crazy. Looking like crazy. What's happening? Run, yeah, red run double, yellows go bye. And then you'd be sitting 4 again. And it's amazing to me, that 1 red guard is the rock that's causing all of this chaos. It's just, love it. Love it. Here we go. I don't think that's enough ice. I think you can hit this. I guess you got to get to nose, but this has got to be at least a 10-second. Yeah. It's the ice there. Keep the line because you know it's going to curl. You know it's going to curl. Stay on it. I didn't think there was enough ice there because we know this ice curls like crazy. Yeah. So here we go. Yellow is sitting 2 out of nowhere. Yeah, that's what he was doing, for sure. Yeah, I think he needed probably just 2 more inches of ice, I think. So now, Skylar just threw the shot, threw the exact same shot. Even if you just chap off your yellow and roll to the pin, you're sitting 2, maybe 3. Certainly one is buried.
Basically, a tiny capsule basically. What was the size? A little. Up to 6.
Shots away. You know this thing is going to put on a left turn once he gets to the hog line. There she goes. Well, the gifts keep on giving. All you need to just hit that yellow. At this point, because you kind of just played around with this too much, like it's like a kid playing with his food at the dinner table. You just got to get your one here and so we just talk about this later. You could try a skinny double, but I think that shot back. Yeah, I'm looking at that too, but just because if you give yellow, if you let yellow steal here, just that emotional swing. There is a potential if he hits that, 1/3 high, he could punch that through, with just sort of backline raids. Potentially get 2 or 3. So he doesn't need to get the triple, but certainly if he can hit this 1/3, just tip that back yellow's just going by. Here we go. The blinker's turned on. Wants to hit airdrie. Click, click, click. There we go. Not over. Gotta go line now, don't you? One. Row. Skylar's saying, let's just go. Because there is only 13 minutes left here. So Skylar says, I want to play one more answer. Just throw a rock. Just throw any rock. Get going. Because he wants to. It looks like they are finished on sheet A. So yeah, it looks like the Unstables gave up another one. So it was a lot to not enough. Sheet A. Leave it at that.
I got one. I'm trying to get it.
Okay. Yes, UGG is completely appropriate. We do have one more draw. Oh, this is it. This is the last draw. This is the last draw. So we'll be. No, sorry, I got one more draw. 6:15. 6:15. We probably won't have commentary. We're playing at the 6:15 draw. Just two teams. Team Juilliard against Talk About Tom, another Canadian league, going against Terrible Tuesdays and Jeffy like this. There's a good team that's been here a bunch of times. They're out of Inglewood. The Inglewood Curling Club in Seatown, and they actually dress like Mounties. They have, the Dudley Do Right outfit. They'll be playing at 6:15.
Trying to play fast and get able.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, it's a taco truck. I think there's a taco, street tacos and chalupas and all that stuff. And we also have the wine or the tequila tasting tonight, so it's the big news tonight. Unfortunately, our club's not big enough to get in a band. We had a mariachi band years ago, but it's not quite big enough to get a dance floor like we are used to. So it's more of just drinking. We did bring a karaoke machine at one time, and that was a heck of a lot of fun. But it's just drinking and eating, and just it'd be like a house party more than anything. Inglewood, California. Oh no, Inglewood, Inglewood Curling Club. But yeah, Calgary. Yeah, 19 Gosling Way, Southeast, Cowtown. Tango 2 Bravo 3 Victor 7. 272-43-63. Book your next corporate event with them. Yeah, they're good guys. They like to party. The one guy ran us out of Labatt's last time. This is a Nike shot brought to you by Swoosh. That's okay. Nothing like playing a little speed curling. Well, let's see here. Give me a second. Glenn Jones, Terry Hall, Chris Johnson, and Dan Cabrera. Well, it's not a miss unless the other team makes their shot. So a couple misses here by both teams. Arguably wrong time for both, but
So what happened
either team. So this is Kevin's redemption rock.
And obviously,
that needs to be a lot faster. Trying to clear out these
the
standard
highest
guards.
pressure you never call it, and it's the most precise thing you're ever going to do.
This one should gear effect and roll off, but where's the shooter? Yes, yeah, that's a totally small world. It's a nice club. So, trying to come around, we're going to use that Soul red guard out there again, and I hope that red guard finds its way to the back rock pile soon. Oh, well, good on Rocky. So Skylar's trying to do get double guards out front to do the steal. This one's gonna be a little light, so that's came in now. Owes a buck to the hog box. And it was around the drinks. Here we go. It's an unfortunate miss.
That's okay. It doesn't change everything.
Jason Halleck here. He's in a new band, but he was the front man because he looks a lot like David Grohl from Foo Fighters. He was the front man for the Foo. It was a Foo cover band. So he's quite the musician.
That's like out of the crazy.
So I don't know if it's because everybody's playing fast curling now that the error rate has gone up 42%.
One's apparently easier than a one guard.
Yeah, well, I think Yellow Rock was trying to stagger the guards. I don't think they were. You would think they would come around that red guard for sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep. Hard, guys. Hard, you got it. Let's go, Tom.
This one looks
hard,
like
Tom.
it's going to get around.
You got it hard.
It's making a beeline towards it. Now he's going to chap off it again.
That's not bad.
Interesting. See, at this point here, the center line guard, you're red, you have the hammer. Why come around the center line guard? Why not play just go back 8 and split and move that red rook off of the center line? Worst case, you'd be sitting 1. Best case, you're sitting 2, and you've opened up your 4-foot path. Again, this one's coming up a little bit light, so now we're getting into Danger City here. So now we're saying, okay, yellow, let's make a game of this. Yeah, get that guard out of there. Holy smokes. Come around for sure, because we got a staggered guard situation again. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Remember playing in the Catholic curling league, if I did something that silly, Mother Teresa would throw a hunk of chalk at me and says, don't ever do that again. So if I had chalk here, I would Sister Teresa that all day. But okay, again, it just takes one good shot. Whoever gets around that staggered guard is going to be the winner. I don't know if they're gonna. This may be the last end, so I think it's to skip stones. That looks snug. All right, so we've got a heck of a mess out front. All you can do now is try to come around, or just play the. yeah, Sister Mary Black and Decker. Yeah. Then you got Father Joseph putting you in a Father Nelson. That's always uncomfortable. Other folks in my school are getting arrested and getting half Nelson, Father Nelson. That's a story for another day. Probably not good for the airwaves. Sister Mary Black and Decker, shop teacher. Yeah, they don't have those anymore, right? Automotive, home ec, shop teacher. Yeah. I think the best thing I ever made in shop class was a change dish that I made out of tin, and I kind of bent up the sides to make a dish, and then I took a nail and I pounded an outline of a eagle in it. It looked more like First Nations art. So this one's out the back. Well, it sticks around the back 8. If this is the winning shot, the back 8 draw behind all this cover. Whew. yeah. I think so. Yeah, we had a lathe machine too, but the best lamps. My old man, he worked for CP Real. I don't know if you remember those Texas Mickeys. We had probably 3 or 4 of those CC bottles. The 100 liter, whatever, 100 ounces, whatever. And we made a bunch of lamps out of those Texas Mickeys or those Texas bottles. Yeah, we learned this already, right? That it's going to curl. Again, remember, both of these teams came into this draw 2-0. So I think loser is going to be out. They should be sweeping this because it's going to clip that card. Yep. We just raised them in. Hot dog. Yeah, the skipper from Halleck is not impressed, but we all knew that was going to happen. yeah. And then you get a couple of those. We had the yellow cinder blocks that we put some blue. What did we have? 2x6s maybe. We made like the shelves out of that. Yeah, total. And then you had when the ladies came over, you get the Chianti bottle that had the candle stuck in the top for the sexy nights. A little Def Leppard. Woohoo! Magic. Magic times. Yeah, Matt, I think you're absolutely right. I think he already left. He'll get 3 whiskey. Might add a whiskey on the back part. Yeah, he's gonna be pretty chatty when he gets off the ice. This has to be probably the last end, I would imagine. Let's see. You got 1 more minute. I guess you finish this when you play 1 more, I guess. So they take 3, a big commanding 7-3 lead. Now it's just a matter of running them out of rocks. What a messy end that is. That's not a typical way to score 3, but you will take it. For sure. And it looks like the game is over on sheet C. They had almost every rock in play, and I would have to assume that the Ma Sincero rink, led by Sean Tate, probably won that. It looks like they closed out 7-4. So that is that. So now our feature sheet. All eyes on the warm room are going to be on this. Let's see if no Tom, just turkeys. Rocky and the team can get 4 out of this. Statistically, they've only got it 1 deuce and 1 single, so the likelihood of them getting 4 here is not great. We do have a mathematician on the line, from the UK. He could probably give us the stats on that. It's probably not good, I would imagine. So it's important that we just, all we need is 4 good shots in a row, and take the play to the button. Try to manufacture a lot of crazy ends, and hopefully on your last 1 or 2, maybe the shot, the vices first or second, you can do a nice shot. Be sitting 2 or 3 when the dust settles. Let's see. Thank you, Merkel, for confirming. Appreciate that. Yeah. Tomorrow, Sunday, we've got the 7:30 quarters, then the 9:45 semis, and then the final at 12:30. So, full day of curling and football tomorrow for sure. Remember, we do have the Golden Wrench coming up. That's the tour stop where all the best in the world will come play here in January. Then we have the Hotter Than Hell. Then we have the spring training, which is February. So if you like baseball and spring training, you want to sign up for the spring training spiel. That's February 27 to March 1. And then we have the Donna Perky Classic. That's a women's competitive spiel, March 20 to 22. Followed by the Desert Ice, which is April 17 to 19. That's our flagship spiel, our longest running spiel. And then we cap it all off with the Hotter Than Hell on July 17 and July 19. So there's still 3 or 4 more opportunities to come and experience Arizona and experience the California as well. So we've got no yellow rocks in the house. We've got 2 red counters and a 3rd one shortly. So the time is now where yellow needs to get into the house here.
Take it easy before Bonspiel.
Nice shot, guys.
Because of time, well, 2 more shots here from yellow, and then it's maybe ball game. That's exactly right. Yeah, Jeff, you want to come down now? I'm sure we could get Annis. We can get a few of the Can-Am guys. Let's try to do that.
Well,
Somebody at the prep teams are going to be there.
Yeah, so Matt, all of our Bonspiels should be open right now. We've for the last, I guess, probably 2 years, we've opened them up early, so you can sign up for any spiel anytime. You just go to cccmember.com right now just to check that, because we had set all of those up early. Spring training right there. Register. It is open. Yeah, Matt, it's open. So you can register right now. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Jeff. Yeah, you were Austin for the wedding. That's right. That's right. Well, you last time we talked, you thought you might be doing a pop over to Arizona. So let me know if that happens. If not, we can get together soon. So we do have one yellow counter in there. That's going to be probably the focus of Team Aronson here in the next couple shots. This looks like it's going to park itself on the back reds. Good. Clear out that guard and make your life easy. Okay. Or just hit what you can see. But even if you click that guard, that's fine. Big shot here from Alec. Well, yeah, Austin in 20 hours for sure. That's because Texas is so big. It's like it feels like a quarter of the country. Nice shot. So now, mathematically, all of these yellows have to count now. They have to count. So they're going to have to freeze this right onto that yellow. Maybe even go a little on the low side to use those reds as catchers. Now, like Texas is like BC, Saskatchewan, Alberta all put together. Maybe even Manitoba. It's just huge. It looks like it's going to come up a little short. Oh, it's going for a curl. Good shot. They're still in it. Now it's the same shot. Halleck just threw. They hit this. Oh, good. Well, say hi to, Charles and Frank and the guys. Yeah. Love Lethbridge. How you going? The only thing I love more than Lethbridge is I love Tabor Corn. I love the Is it getting around that corner? There it is. That should be shakes. So mathematically, they're out. Unless they're just going to kind of play this out. I think they're going to start playing out. Big shot from Kamen. Has to just sort of rinse and repeat. Get this counting. Well, that's right. I apologize. Yeah, this is Kamen's second, so they're still in it for one more rock. Yeah, my math was bad. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, man, my math was wrong. I thought we were. Let's go for the top. That's much better. Much better. But you just do this a bunch of times. All you gotta do is just get. Now they're looking at that guard.
Sean, stop talking to him.
His downfall is conversation.
Let's go down here. Nothing like that again. Alright, well, we'll wait for the shot to go. And my goodness. It's probably, Skylar would be like, no Tom, just turkeys are going to be out. This would be the third game. I don't think you drop out. I think if you lose after 3, you're out. Oh, a little bit of an out on that. It might actually work out. All they just got to get one yellow here. Looks like it's fine. There it is. There's the handshakes. Wow, gosh, we were treated to a bunch of good curling there today, folks. So, on behalf of the Coyote Curling Club, this is Daryl the Horseman coming to you live from Avondale. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, we got the draw. It's a 2-sheeter at 6:15, and then tomorrow we've got this quarter semis in the final. So, thanks for tuning in. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk soon. If you don't hear a good rumor by 9 p.m., start one. That's the rules. Good curling, everyone. Talk to you soon.